Yes, we are welcome to this new program we have on this channel. It's called the Football Vote, where we talk about football around the African region and the whole world. Currently, we are coming to talk about the AFCON, the Ghanaian national team, since I'm Ghanaian, and the other matches that have so far been played. But I have a very good brother of mine who is here to help me analyze everything. He's my namesake. He's supposed to be my elder brother, but he's my junior brother. Welcome, my brother Samuel Lamte. Welcome. Bro, I know there's been a lot going on because of the AFCON, football-wise. Um, I want to find out your opinion when it comes to the African Cup of Nations. Yeah. Since I think about 3 days ago, started about 3 or 4 days ago. Observation. This is just outside the topic we want to talk about. Yeah, but I just want to find out your observation so far, and then we move on to the main topic.
No, I think it's been wonderful. Of course, few of the matches has been actually lived up to expectation technically. You could see many teams are lacking some technical abilities, but largely it's been great. We have very, very good teams. Morocco, I can single out Morocco. I can single out some few teams, but largely, the whole um, um, the advertisements, the football, the euphoria. I mean, I'm not in Cote d'Ivoire, but I can feel it. So I think it's been good. I just feel that many of the things could be done better, especially the attendance at matches could be improved. So that's one of the things that I feel we could do better. But overall, I think
Okay.
it's been good.
Well, I do agree with you about I think almost everything. But before we move on, if I have to push you in the corner, yeah, and ask you what would be your suggestion for attendance, what would you do to increase attendance? Well, what would be your take?
I mean, for me, I've always loved the use of creativity in everything. So I feel the organizers could have been more creative, especially during halftime, or like when you go to the America during the Super Bowl. We could actually employ that strategy, and during halftime, we could get like, local performers from the Cote d'Ivoire, region or the cities where those stadiums are to really come and light it up, on stage. One, we are selling local artists from Cote d'Ivoire. Two, we are giving them a bigger platform to showcase their talent. And three, we are going to have other nationals, being curious to know more about these artists. This could also be, an incentive to drive local participation. So we could have more local people from these cities come to the stadiums. Mind you, these artists have followings because once they post on their socials that hey, I'm going to be at this match, have time catch me, even if it's for like a 5 minutes, 10 minutes performance, that's perfect. It lightens up the mood as well. And so for me, I think it's about time, CAF or the African continent as a whole. We look at football, not only the football that is played on the field, but as an ecosystem. So you have people doing other things to complement football. Because mind you, not everybody loves football. People would like to go to the stadium to experience different things. And all these people count in lightening up the atmosphere. So for me, I think that we need to be creative. We need to see how we are going to incorporate art into into football. That will bring a lot more people to the stadium. I think you are muted.
That's a brilliant take. Actually, what I was thinking about, you've said it all. Um, I, we will get there. I think the African continent is catching up. Since people like us have all these brilliant ideas, think it's just a matter of time. We will get there. Okay, let's move on to the main topic while we are here. Let's address the elephant in the room. The Ghana Black
Ooh,
Stars. The
ooh,
Ghana Black Stars.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a hmm,
Okay, let me take your mind back a little bit. As we say in Ghana, oh, this one, Ibikoko, this match there, we for winner. Ibikoko. When it comes to football, Ghana, any team or any country that comes with like lesser pedigree, we tend to look down upon those countries. And we did the same against Madagascar. We played 3 days ago.
that was
What
kid.
what? Oh, sorry, Cape Verde. Sorry, Cape Verde. What was your general take on the entire match, the performance from individual players, and then the team and the coaches' tactics in general? Mine is I just feel like um, we don't progress the ball too quick. We're too slow. We are too slow, and then individually, I expected certain players to step up. When you need to cross, you cross the ball. When you need to hold on to the ball, you hold on to the ball. And then tactically, I don't know what we were doing. The players looked legged, like they looked so. I think they looked tired, or
Yeah.
from the way they train, or lack of tactics. But the coach that we have is an experienced coach. You understand? So I want to know your take, and then we carry on from there.
No, I think you've said it all. From my perspective, from what I saw, I think we were not. There was no sense of urgency in play. There's no cohesion, and there's no standout players. Like there are teams where when the team is not playing well, at least there is one player that could stand out. I mean, of course, Alexander Jiku. Um, yeah, I mean, of course, Alexander Jiku did stood out, but I mean, it was just like a mere performance. Like it wasn't like a typical Black Star performance, but it's also a typical Black Star performance in recent times. In recent times, this has been how the Black Star plays, and of course, the coach has expressed concern numerous times. But the challenge still is that the problems are not fixed. We don't even know what the problems are. To be very honest, as a fan, I watch the Black Stars and I'm like, on paper, these are very, very good players. On paper, these are really good players who could go toe to toe with the best. I mean, when you look at the caliber of players we have, there's no way we should be losing to Cape Verde. It shouldn't be happening. But reality is that we are not doing the things that we need to do in house, and other countries are progressing, are investing.
I won't let you finish. What are some of the things you think we need to do in house? You understand? Because there's been a passing statement where everybody just go like, we need to do we need to do certain things in house without actually emphasizing or stating what in particular we need to
Right,
do.
right,
So
right.
what do you think we need to do going forward?
No,
Because we have the caliber of players.
yeah. So the thing is that we tend to even forget that what happens off the field affects what happens on the field. And so let's look at the GFA, the Ghana Football Association as a whole. It hasn't really been um, a very pleasing entity after that analysis expose. It's been one confusion after the other. At some point in time, all the managements of the GFA were dissolved into what we term the normalization committee, which then Kets took over. And there hasn't been calm. So I feel that from that angle, the GFA needs to sort out the perception that it has created amongst many people that generally or easily, when the name GFA is mentioned, we equate it to corruption. When the name GFA is mentioned, we equate it to incompetence.
Yeah.
We need to, and this is not on me. This is not on us as Ghanaians. It is on the managers of the GFA. They have to sit and say we need to clean our house, and by sorting things out and appointing competent, credible people, then those feelings, those general sentiments among Ghanaians will change. And once it changes, the love and affection people have for the Black Star would also be rekindled. The thing is that there's a big disconnect between the team and the fans,
Yeah.
and complaining bitterly that so that is one of the things I think we can do in house, sorting out the GFP thing. And then the second one is bridging the the disconnect between the team and the fans. I was just telling somebody yesterday that I feel what we could have done is before the team would have gone to Cote at least the team was in Kumasi. The team could have actually hired a bus, like an open top bus, sit around it and drive through KJTR. Let the people
Yeah.
connect with the team. Let the people know the players. Let the people identify themselves with the team. Hello?
Continue. Continue. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Continue. I can hear you.
So
Continue.
so do something that connects the people to the team. We are not doing that. Instead, we are training behind the scene. If you wanted to play a football match behind the scene, it's like the managers or the handlers of the team are trying everything possible to keep fans away from the team. Yet in one hand, they are calling for support for the team when people don't actually know what is happening to the team. So this is one of the things that I think we can do. And then we need to really shake up the technical team of the Black Stars, to be very honest. Um, and we need to invest. I mean, if we want to be the best, now we need to spend everywhere
Well,
now. It's been there for a long
as much
time.
as I
It will cost.
sorry. As much as
Yeah.
I agree with all the points you've made, yeah, it seems like this particular AFCON is on us. So whatever we do, we have
Mm,
to end the ship. We have to find a way
mm,
to solve it. And then after we arrive back from the tournament, whether we perform well or as the way things are, it looks like we'll be coming home very soon. Yeah. Then we can start to restructure again and take our
right.
time and do it rightfully, right. But
Right.
I don't want us to waste a lot of time. I want us to look at the third lineup
Okay.
for let's look at the game, our chances against Egypt, and let's
Mm-hmm.
see how, um, if possible, we can line up and then we move. So what will be your preferred or predicted line?
Okay.
And
So before I go to,
yeah,
all right. So before I go to my predicted lineup, let's look at the lineup the coach came up with for the Ghana Kings game. He had Richie Ofori in goal. He had Dennis Odoi at right back. He had Salisu and Alexander Tuku, playing centre backs. And then he had Gideon Mensah at left back. In midfield, it was Baba Idrisu and Majid Ashimori. Um, then there was Joseph Pencil. There was Jordan Ayew, both on the wings. And then there was Ransford and Antoine Semenyo. I mean, on paper, again, on paper, very good lineup, very creative lineup, very balanced. If you look at those players on paper, the Kings, um, um, Egypt, it would have to be different. At some point in time, we need to see Kudus in there, arguably one of our best players. At some point in time, for me, I would still maintain some. players from the previous lineup. The only ones I would take out would be for me. I'll take out Ransford and bring in Kudus. I would take out maybe Salisu. It will be harsh, but I'll take Salisu and bring in Amate. I would also take out Semenyo and bring in Iñaki. Iñaki Williams could cause a lot of harm if he gets the right kind of balls to him because his positioning is perfect. I mean, his movement is great. He knows how to move. He knows how to hold on to the ball. He could do that job. Uh, Please,
So sorry, I want to ask you a quick question. With the team in general, the 24-man squad or the 23-man
Mhm.
squad, do you
Yeah.
think we lack that I'll say the Beckham X or the De Bruyne X type of player where they think outside the box, they know where the strikers are, when they get the ball, they release the ball quickly. Because in the first game, if you
Mhm.
look at what's his name? Sessegnon or no,
SSNA. Yeah.
Sessegnon.
Semenyo. Semenyo.
Semenyo, sorry, Semenyo. If you look at Semenyon's positioning and
Mhm.
how he was able to sometimes hold up the ball, he needs
Yeah.
good runners.
Yeah.
Ayu was not running like that. You understand?
Mhm.
And then um, I think the one playing on the right, I've forgotten the name.
Joseph Pencil.
Yeah, Pencil. Pencil
Mhm.
was more of I thought for a second he was actually playing the number two position, how we call it in Ghana, right?
Oh, okay.
Because he was
Okay.
so deep. He was so deep.
Right.
You
Right.
So I'm thinking the way Semenyo was playing, if we have that creative player who can do the box stuff, but extremely creative, I think it will
Mm.
be helpful if he starts ahead of Williams.
Williams. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I don't know.
I get that. I get that because I mean he's very strong, but for me I think it's too direct too. It's too direct, but of course we could use his strength. During the qualifiers, he came on as a substitution almost throughout those qualifiers. Um, Ine- Inaki for me, the reason why is that he's not really still found himself in this Black Star team. So he needs to be given a round of games. He needs to play competitive games, and 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 these tournaments will be great for him because he didn't grow up in this continent, and so this will be a good experience for him. But I also feel his movement could also cause a lot of damages. We could use Semenyo's strength later on in those games, when he could come in and even be our superstar, because when he comes in with a lot of energy, he's strong, he has the pace, and he can shoot
Yeah.
too as well. And so we could use him more as a superstar. Going back to your earlier point about lacking the creativity in the team, and I think it is true. Ashimeri could be that person, but we cannot overemphasize the damage Pate's absence is to this team. Because if Pate is playing now, Pate could spot a pass a mile away. I mean, he could just be at the center and play a long pass to one of our forwards. And he does that at Arsenal with cheeky ease. He does that at Black Star too as well. And so he would have really helped. And one of the changes I would even make to the lineup is I would even take out Baba Idrisu and bring Samed. Because Samed is more of a holder of the ball. Salis is more of a holder of the ball. He's strong and he hardly misplays passes because Baba Idrisu misplays lots of passes. He disrupted most of our flow of the games, and so people, because he's also the sixth, when he wins the ball, he has to give the ball or progress the ball. Like he's not a progressor of the ball. And we need somebody who would win the ball and progress the ball. And this is what Papi does exceptionally well. And so that, yeah, and And so that has been the challenge. Aside Summit, Summit coming in, I would really also like to see more of um, um, what's Osman Bukhari. Osman Bukhari has also been playing really well. Did so well. He's actually doing well in the Champions League. Scored even against Man City and some other top teams too as well. So he's really good when he's given the chance. He was the guy who scored against Portugal and did the swing in front of Ronaldo. So I mean, he's very good. He's got pace. He's got the heart to run, and I don't see that in the DIU. So instead of that media introduction, I was looking forward to seeing Osman Bukhari in there because he's got pace. He's been doing this throughout the season. He's playing regularly for his team as well. So these are the changes I see. So for me, my full lineup will be I still maintain Richie the following goal. I still maintain Odoi at right back. Even though he's very technical, but he's very measured. He doesn't go forward a lot. He stay back. We need that. So because Joseph Pinto comes back to help him. We need Gideon Mensah still to maintain his position. I will put in Jiku and Amate at my centre back, and then I will I will bring Samuel Salih in as our number six, and I will still play Majid Ashimiri. I'll bring in. I'll still maintain Joseph Pencil and also Jordan and to play at both wings, and then I would have what's the name Kudus playing behind the
Kudus.
striker,
Yeah.
and then I'll go for either Iñaki or Semenyo.
That is quite a strong lineup. But I have this. I always say this. Yeah, a coach can pick the players, but on the field, the players needs to do the job. You understand? The coach will tell you when you go move this way, move this way. According to play, you have to do your job. So that is where the commitment comes. Before we move on to our predicted lineup, I want us. Jordan Ayew was interviewed, and then he said, "No player lacks commitment in the Black Stars." When you look at this group of players, do you think do you think they lack commitment or they lack the desire to play for the national team? You're mute. You're mute.
I, I I don't think so. I don't think they lack commitment. I think because most of them show that most of them had to travel long miles, to come. And most of them actually came early to us. Most of them even had to fight with their team to come. And sometimes we don't even know the things that happens behind the scenes when these players have to leave their club mid-season to come and play for us. There's been so many interviews that former professionals who have played in Europe are even saying that they had to leave and lose their positions in their teams just to represent their countries in this AFCON tournament in, in the past. And so it means that most of these players are putting their careers online, their professional careers, their club careers online because once they leave and they get injured, then they lose their position, you know. And and teams in Europe are ruthless. Like they don't care whether you are the best player this season or last season. If this season you are not performing, you are going to the sometimes I mean so. So they invest a lot. They invest their time, their career into it. Their commitment is not reflecting on the field of play. So example, they are not showing the desire, they are not showing the hunger that they want to win, like they're striving, like when they lose balls, you know, they go back to
They
win the
fight
ball.
for every ball, like they run after every ball.
Exactly.
Even though the tactics is not working, you have to,
Mhm.
because I feel that is what Ghanaians are looking for. You
Exactly.
don't play like very skillful 195 of the time, but you have to show that commitment, the desire not
Right.
to. That is all the nation is looking for. My brother,
Right.
I want us to move on. Let's look at just in about some few minutes some surprising lineup. Oh no, score lines. Sorry, surprising score lines so far in the competition. I know it's still early stages, and then we'll look at our predicted
All
what
right.
goal score. Yeah, score line, and then we can wrap up the show. So
Okay. Um,
surprise.
mm, no, no. I mean, what surprised me was the Nigeria game, and of course, the biggest one is the Namibia against Tunisia game. Honestly, with the Nigeria team and the hype we had, I thought they could just be walking all over their opponent, but it seems that wasn't the case.
But it's
And
not surprising though, because the Nigerian national team has been like that for years.
mm,
Most of the time, they go to tournaments, they have the squad. They
mhm,
have the players we yearn to have in our national team, and we've
yeah.
been doing better than them. So actually, I wasn't surprised. Though.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
I was a bit because I felt that when it comes to the quality, they have the quality.
Yeah.
They have almost the entire players are playing in Europe and, and are doing well for their clubs. And so one would think that they will come into this tournament. But of course, that is also the beauty of the AFCON. Like nobody is anybody. Generally, that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling my European friend from Austria actually, and I was telling him that I enjoy watching the African Cup of Nations because you could see the physicality, you could see everything is in there. You know,
Right,
it's comparing to the European. Yes, when it comes to the pitch and everything, it looks beautiful. But when you
right,
consider the teams in the tournament, I mean, you cannot compare Ghana playing, even Cape Verde to England playing Malta.
San Marino.
San Marino and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
before we wrap up the
So,
show,
so for me, the surprise is the Namibia Tunisia game. Big
yes,
surprise.
yes,
Nobody
that
thought.
that was a big
Nobody
surprise.
actually thought that coming.
Yeah,
I mean that late winner, last minute winner
that's
kills me.
that's why I keep telling people, like Ghanaians especially, that we should lower expectations now because other countries they've catched up. They've
Yeah,
catch us up because we've just lured in our we are Ghana, we are Ghana, we are Ghana. We messed everything up. Now a lot of countries have catch up. So we have
right.
to
That's true.
we are not
That's
ahead of the pack. Now we are part of the pack. We have to fight
true.
our way.
Yeah.
So anyway, scoreline, predicted scoreline for the Egypt and Ghana game. I'm
Hmm.
going for I want to go for a surprise Ghana win,
Okay.
but actually it is my head that is telling me to go for a surprise.
By
It's
your heart.
not to get brokenhearted, just go for a 3-0 win for Egypt. Then I know we are coming home. But I'll use my
Okay.
head. I'll use my
Mm-hmm.
head. I'm going for a surprise Ghana, maybe 2-1 win for Ghana. But
Okay.
it's on record. I won't be surprised if we get whipped 3-0. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm going for 2-1.
Wow. I, 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 I mean, before I give you mine, because I'm not really good at predicting. Like, I don't really like,
Yeah,
predicting.
yeah, yeah.
But the general sentiment you see around people is we are not too optimistic. And
No,
maybe it is good.
yeah.
It is good that we are not too optimistic. Like, we are not predicting, like, we are not confident. I mean, most of the predictions I've seen around, we are not really confident.
Yeah, they plugged our wings. So what do you expect? We cannot fly. So what do you do? Yeah.
No, I mean, for me, I would go for a 1-0 for Ghana or 1-0 for Egypt.
Oh, so you think there wouldn't be goals in the game?
I, I, I doubt. I doubt. I doubt. I mean, again, I'm still looking at how the Black Stars have fared in the past 8 matches. There hasn't been lots of goals. We've not scored lots of goals, even though we have the capacity to score those goals. And this seems to be like a trend. That's the current trend. So I don't think we could do. And practically, when we talk about our coach, he's a defensive manager.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he likes to spend a lot more time, tightening the defense, making sure that we don't concede a lot, but we
Yeah.
also score a lot. And so that's because if you don't score a lot, and you don't concede a lot, it means that if you meet a very good team, they are going to score you, but not a lot, and you are likely not to also score because you also don't score a lot. And so these are all the limitations that we need to.
Yeah, so there's a 1 goal margin here. That is why I have a feeling our defense will concede. I also see like the Egyptian defense will also concede, but it depends on who concede more.
Yeah.
And I think we also look a bit dangerous on corners and stuff. That is why I am urging 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's still a 1 goal margin. So it depends on who concedes first, and it will go your way. But we hope and wishing the Stars all the best of luck. We don't need to go and pray. Prayers doesn't work. So all we can do is we wish them all the best. If you are selected, give your. If we lose, we go home and then restructure and then we plan for the next tournament. That is all. Before I want your last take, and then we wrap up.
No, I would just say that we should keep enjoying the AFCON. It's what we have. It's ours. We should just enjoy the surprise. It comes with the strength, the weird, the fans, because the AFCON it's a whole package. It's a complete package. And we should just enjoy it. And Ghana, we should keep having very limited expectations because we cannot afford to give our heart out again because it's a disaster. Yeah.
Bro, thank you for joining.
Thank you.
This is our first program, and we hope it will continue throughout the AFCON, and then we start to do other stuff. So if you come, leave your comment, we will respond, like and share this program. This is your brother as Nilamte and my other brother from another mother, but with the same name. His is Samuel Lamte. Mine is Stephen Lamte. So it's the same. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on all platforms, Gamma Sajin. And then your channel name is.
Oh, I only on
Twitter. Yeah, you can get him on Twitter, Samuel Lamte.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe again. We will see you guys.